At Stitcher, we're reimagining talk radio and defining a new way of listening. It's something we call smart radio, and it makes connecting with your favorite programming and staying informed or entertained easier than ever before. With Stitcher's free mobile app, you can stream all your favorite podcasts and radio shows to your smartphone without downloading or syncing. To find something to listen to, you can browse our topic stations to find one of our more than 6,000 on-demand shows on anything that interests you. Pick shows from hundreds of premier sources like NPR, the BBC, and CNN, or simply search for a specific personality, source, or topic of interest. Just tap any show to play the latest episode on demand.
You are now listening to the Cypha Omni Podcast with your host, Cypha Omni.
It is a bird. No, it's a plane. It's just me, motherfuckers, after a brief hiatus. I'm back. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to the Cypha Omni Comedy Podcast, where you could go into my cyphaomni.blogspot.com to get all the latest postings, as well as where you can get links to download or just stream this program. I definitely appreciate everybody's love and support. I know people have been wondering, hey, where you been? What's going on? Where you at? Hey, I'm hanging in there. I told you just a few episodes ago, life can get kind of crazy. And, things get busy. So I'm doing the best I can, you guys. If some of you that didn't know, now I am supported by Stitcher Smart Radio. Please go into your Play Store on any smartphone device, your iPhone or Android, and download the app. And you can type in Cypha Omni's podcast, and boom, bitches, there I am, making moves like I said I do. I'm also using a new recorder. So I want to see how this sounds. If there's any problems with this, please let me know. My other recorder got, a little worse than what it already actually was. That's a long story behind that. But anyway, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, want to talk shit, hit me up at Cypha Omni Podcast, all one word, at gmail.com. I'm also on Twitter now, at Cypha Omni Podcast, at Cypha Omni. You can hit me up on there. I'm talking a lot of shit on there, too. Once again, this is another episode with me, myself, and I, episode number 12, so I hope you guys are having a good day. Hope things are going your direction and the winds are taking your sails in the right direction, and if they're not, just moon the wind gods as you walk through that shitty, smelling, and festy ocean that can just, send you into a whirlpool, cesspool of a black hole of nothingness. So, hey, just hang in there. Do your thing, players. Check me out. Episode number 12 with me, Cypha Omni. Peace. What it do, you pre-ejaculate before your wife gets home losers? Welcome back to the Cypha Omni Comedy Podcast. What's up, motherfuckers? It's another episode of Just Me. Before I get into any more silliness, I want to go ahead and address the tragedy that happened in Aurora, Colorado. All jokes aside, during the opening of the Batman movie, it's really sad to see these type of things go on. All the innocent lives lost and injured. It was just an ignorant situation. Quit creating excuses for this young man, James Holmes, and really support the people and the families of this tragedy, because that could happen anywhere at any time. So please holler at me so I can get you right, okay? as far as martial arts training and weapons defense and stuff like that. These type of things happen all the time. You know, they happen all over the country, all over the world. We don't want to forget about our neighbors across seas that go through these types of things every day. It's a sad situation that we're living in. You want to be prepared. You want to be ready. You want to be able to, you know, have some sort of escape plan or solution for your family wherever you go. It's not saying, you know, it's not going to say to be paranoid or any type of thing like that, but this day and age is not necessarily a bad thing to be somewhat paranoid, because there's a lot of tragic things going on. And if you're a big believer also in the last days and critical times hard to deal with, you got to be prepared and you got to be ready, you guys. So I thought it was a big noble thing too for Christian Bale to show up to the hospital and greet some of the injured and the survivors. So I thought that was a really awesome move. So everybody, please support your neighbors, man. You know, we're all come from the same mold. We all the same. Color boundaries, races, nationalities, countries. Who gives a fuck, all right? We're all nasty. We all stupid. We all breathe the same air, bleed the same color, and shit the same color. Well, some of y'all might not piss the same color because, you know, we already addressed some of that nasty bullshit that humans be doing. But, you know, send your prayers up, you know, show any kind of support you can, and, you know, just have everybody's back. We all got to have each other's back. So, let's go ahead and get into this clusterfuck of an A.D.D podcast that I normally do broadcast. Now, niggas out here in the world, what's going on with us turning into zombies before everybody else? There's been another zombie attack. Breaking news, everybody, another zombie attack that took place in Waco, Texas. The headline read, man allegedly high on fake weed. Kills, eats family dog. How are you high on fake weed? When I smoke a bad, well, I should say in the past. If I smoke a bad sack of weed, I ain't gonna get high. I'm gonna get mad. And I sure as hell ain't gonna go kill no damn dog. And the dude's name is Michael Teron Daniels. It says of Waco, Texas, allegedly killed, then ate a family dog while high on synthetic drug. Now, I can't find the other news source that I read the other day about how this took place, but it was something like he ran up to the neighbor on his hands and knees like he was a dog barking at the neighbor and stuff, and scared the neighbor. Neighbor ran back in the house, and he turned around and saw the family dog on his porch, and then put the dog into a UFC chokehold and then started eating it with his bare mouth. I don't know what's going on with niggas in the world, but if y'all know some black people in your lives, y'all better be paranoid of us. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I get infected with the zombie gene, I got a whole list of motherfuckers I'm going to be beating the shit out of, and I probably will eat your nose, ears, eyes, and shit off. I probably will, because I'm a crazy motherfucker. No, I'm just playing, but what the fuck is going on? Since when did a bad bag of grass turn your ass into a zombie and start eating your neighbor's dog? Now, I don't know what goes on in Japan and over in Asia. I don't know what's going on over there, but I know over here, niggas ain't turning into zombies off some fake weed. The government needs to quit playing. Y'all know y'all gave this nigga some bath salts, or he had access to some motherfucking bath salts. He took a good hit of that shit, and guess what? The motherfucker thought he was a pit bull, red nose, and went out there and started trying to eat the neighbors and shit. I don't know what's good. I don't know what's up with this bullshit, but hey, man, if you see a nigga running up on his hands and legs, I wouldn't be standing there wondering what the fuck is going on. Because it's tough enough for niggas to even sit back and discover one and do some new shit anyway. If we drinking yak, we drinking yak that night. If we drinking Miller High Life, we drinking Miller High Life. If we smoking weed, that's all we gonna smoke. White folks is trying to get us sabotaged, y'all. Niggas better be paying attention. Y'all better watch out. There's going to be another headline coming up pretty soon. A woman that sat there and ate her fucking kids and shit. Hey, while she was sitting there braiding their hair or something. I don't know. You just better be careful. Niggas is crazy. But yo, listen to this shit. Check this out.
A man under the influence of a drug called K2 acts like a dog and then eats one alive in front of a neighborhood. 22-year-old Michael Teron Daniel of Waco is in the McLennan County Jail tonight, charged with a felony for cruelty to animals. The bizarre act is putting neighbors on edge, and as Allison Ignacio reports, police are hoping this draws attention to the dangers of K2. Lino Molina still can't believe what happened literally right across the street from his home.
By that time, I saw the young guy walking around, so wanted to fight everybody out there.
What he thought started out as a simple fight ended up being much worse.
What he did to the dog, you never believe it could happen to your own community.
Less than 2 weeks ago, Molina saw this man, 22-year-old Michael Tyrone Daniel of Waco, acting rather bizarre and called police.
The suspect got on his hands and knees and was actually crawling and growling and barking like a dog.
Police were told the man had taken K2 and was having a bad trip, but no one could have predicted what happened next.
He had blood on his mouth and fur on his mouth and his hands. Also had blood and fur on him, and he was holding a dead dog in his lap.
Police say a family pet, a medium-sized black dog, was strangled and then eaten. Although they haven't seen anything like this before, they want others to see just how dangerous the drug can be.
Those chemicals are altered all the time by the makers. And it says on the label, not for human consumption.
We spoke with Daniel's family today, and they said that everything was fine now. But neighbors like Molina still worry about if this could happen again.
This happened to an animal.
Okay. I have a serious problem with this fucking bullshit as recounted the situation. Come on, man. And they want to warn everybody about every fucking drug under the fucking sun. But this nigga obviously was crazy in the first damn place. If you can't tell one of your kids, ladies out there that got 6, 7 kids, even if you got 2, 3 kids, you could tell if one of your kids is going to turn into a damn crazy motherfucker or a serial killer. I'm sorry. I'm tired of women acting naive to the fact that they don't know how their kids are. Women claim to know their kids better than their husbands or their baby daddies or whoever does. And then they want to turn around. I just never thought that this would ever happen to one of my children. He was always a good child, good child. He got good grades at school. He got this and he got that. Well, come on, man. You could tell if something is a little off about your damn kids. Just like the Aurora, Colorado shooting with the young man acting a damn fool, thinking he was a joker by dyeing his hair the wrong fucking color, first of all, calling himself the Joker. His hair is green, not red. And then he was obviously not by himself to get into the situation. And the parents want to act like they don't fucking know or didn't have a clue that their kid was going to go off the deep end. Now, I've already said it's been it's just a whole lot of irony in the situation in the first place for an aspiring brain doctor, a neuroscientist, to lose his mind. Life is a fucking cruel joke. Sometimes I think we're in a simulated symbiotic system that's being ruled by some teenagers eating Cheetos and smoking weed up in the heavens in a mission control booth, sitting there and just playing with people's lives like The Sims and shit. I mean, something's going on, man. This shit is too ironic. Just like a government official with the last name Wiener getting in trouble for pulling his wiener out. Come on, man. You can't sit here and tell me that there's something fishy in life in 2012. Something is up, man. This is some bullshit. But I'm going to move on from this because I'm getting mad, and I feel like I'm getting ready to turn into a fucking dog in a minute. And speaking of fucking dogs...
Don't do this. She's not sure what she wants. Don't do this. Let me give you a clue. Wait for her to say the words. Fine. She will. Jacob, just go, okay?
Hey. Easy, guys. Easy. Let's take it down a notch. All right? What's going on?
I just fell.
First of all, I could give an absolute fuck less about Bella cheating on Edward in real life, okay? She cheats on him on screen. What the fuck did we expect this dumbass broad to do? She can't tell if she in love with a vampire or a fucking werewolf. And then she turns around and she can't tell if she's in love with a movie star making money or a director making money. If the bitch is confused on screen, she confused in life. Come on, man. Nobody gives a fuck about this Twilight saga anymore. It's getting dragged on. It's full of shit. 50 Shades of Grey is getting ready to take over, and that's some dumb shit, too. And who cares about this shit? Come on, man. This is what the headlines are in the world today. In the world today, who cares? So what? The bitch next door cheating on a man. And who cares? And besides, when's the last time you seen some dudes fighting over a chick that registers about a 5 on an out of the 10 scale? When's the last time you see that? Unless it's at a bar or a club. Nobody gives a fuck, man. There's so many other tragic things going on in the world today, and this is all you degenerate-ass bastards care about. Because I'm sick of this confused hormonal imbalance bitch that can't take care of business and just make her decision and go on about our shit. So speaking of hormonal imbalances, hey, like I say, I do an A.D.D as hell podcast, and I don't know how I connect shit, but there's something I stumbled across a couple days ago that I saw on how to start a fire. Ladies, listen to this. Listen. All the hunters and rednecks know about this already. How to start a fire with a tampon, a.k.a. man pond. Oh. Check this shit out, and I'll break it down as it goes along.
Today on Nansen, I'm going to teach you all the survival skills you'll need to survive a crisis. Starting with one of the most important survival tools there is, the tampon. Or as I call it, the man pond.
Okay, now, I could think of a lot of better ways of starting a fire with a man pond. The first thing I would do, if I was a man out in the wilderness stuck with women in the middle of nowhere with the tampon, is shove it in their fucking mouth to shut them the fuck up. All right, let's keep moving on.
Now, I basically have no survival skills, but we have an expert with us, Whitefeather. Whitefeather, what are we going to be learning today?
Well, today, in a survival situation, one of the best tools to have with you is the tampon.
So, Whitefeather, let's talk about how this could be used in a survival situation.
Absolutely. First off, in its casing itself, it's waterproof.
Okay.
Right, so...
You mean to tell me the cases around a tampon are waterproof? That little bag is waterproof? Damn, bitches be having it together. All right, anyway.
The applications that can be used, and there are many.
Yeah.
One of the primary reasons is actually helping to start a fire.
So that explains all the sexually transmitted nasty diseases going around out there. Women can contain fire in their vajayjays, you nasty bitches.
So, we're going to open this up, and again, we're going to have to get through that mesh, but
You don't need it here.
now I want to get this fluffy, beautiful cotton here.
Yeah.
So, we're going to fluff it up like a bird's nest.
Fluff the tampon.
We're going to fluff
I can't wait to tell my dad that's what I did today. Well, I fluff tampons most of the day.
Fluffing a tampon? Okay, if you guys go into YouTube and type in episode 2, man pond, these two white dudes, including, I guess, Whitefeather, are smiling way too much about this shit for those two to be out there by themselves with a cameraman. I'm just saying.
So we're going to fluff it out, but then also bring it back in so it has a kind of a uniform place. But once the flame hits this, or the sparks hit it, we're going to want to transfer this relatively quickly into the fire structure. One of the things that can assist with this is by creating a bit of a bird's nest with this, and then maybe start to shroud
Oh,
this.
okay.
And so once this catches flame, then it'll catch all this other stuff going, so it gives it a little more time to work with, and then put it into the fire structure. Now, certainly, this needs to be prepared and roughed up. And
Nice on a tree. How do you...
This is cambium. This is that fibrous layer that's below the bark on a tree. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to take this cambium here, and we're going to just simply wad it up. But I'm going to start to roll it and break it up. The smaller the fiber, the easier it's going to take a spark.
Okay, you want to turn around and say the smaller the fiber after you fluff it out, the better the flame. Then why the fuck are you dismantling this blood catcher in the first place?
So let's open this up, and now we have what appears to be like a nest.
It'll take a spark, just follow the tampon.
So now we have this combination. So, attempting to light this tinder bundle up, one of the things you have to take into consideration is, of course, the wind.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of a breeze here.
That slight breeze from the northeast.
Oh, good. So again, using a nice firm stroke.
Nice firm stroke with the tampon. Hell no, that's nasty. Better hit the shower.
Yeah. That's what you said.
Yeah. We're going to toss a spark in here.
Wow, that was quick. One shot, and he's got the whole thing. And that really did work well. The whole thing just went up.
Right up. So this, I have to tell you, the tampon, the man pond, in terms of fire striking, fantastic.
Yeah.
If you have one match,
that's what you want.
This is the stuff
I
to have.
Now let's cook some marshmallows.
Find a squirrel.
Squirrel sounds even better.
Fantastic.
Other uses for the tampon include
And if you're reading this right now, the other uses for a tampon/man pond is trapping a bear, filtering water, camouflage, building shelter, fishing, and dressing a wound. Well, I'll go with the last one, dressing a wound. Who the fuck's going to want to trap a bear? What do you need to trap? See, this is all white folk survival shit. Niggas got lighters and niggas got guns. These motherfuckers got tampons and Tinder. That's all they got. Niggas ain't going out in the wilderness, man. We ain't fucking with this shit. And camouflage. How many damn boxes of tampons do you need to be camouflaged? Filtering water? I don't know. There's just something not right about that one at all. It better not be used first. Let's see. Building a shelter. Building shelter? How many tampons do you have to... What, you got a whole fucking cooler of tampons with you motherfuckers when you're out there hunting and shit? What is going on? And for fishing... What fish is going to go up to a piece of cotton and latch onto it? I don't get this shit, man. But, hey, all you survivalists out there ready for the zombie apocalypse, make sure you got a box or two of tampons. And, look, I didn't even know the different colors meant different sizes. I just found that out a few months ago. I had just a whole complete paradox walking down the aisle. And Lady Ian got so mad. She was like, would you just fucking go? I said, I never knew this. I didn't know yellow meant this and pink meant this and green meant this and yellow meant this and green meant this and pink meant this and orange and purple and all the other gay colors in the rainbow. I didn't know any of this shit meant anything. I didn't know they meant different sizes. It just looks like they should just stick a fuse in the side of the box and light the bitch on fire and let mortars shoot off. That's how colorful that fucking aisle is. You know y'all nasty species anyway to have a whole aisle just for your crotch. Sucks to be you. I don't care. Anyway, this shit is crazy.
Well, White Feather, you've taught me a lot about tampons. I'll never feel awkward about buying one in the store.
But anyway, these are the type of men that had to been bullied growing up. They had to been bullied. I mean, come on, man. These dudes are straight up nerds. Who sits back and does scientific studies and finds out this shit? You a desperate motherfucker to know that you could start a fire with a damn tampon. And speaking of getting bullied, I stumbled across this article talking about 6 traits of bullies in training. And I guess it's talking about all our badass kids in the United States. It said risk factors for getting into fights. In Gentile study, these 6 risk factors did a good job of predicting which students were most likely to get into a physical fight later in the school year. And these 6 factors are spending a lot of time watching violent TV shows or movies or playing violent video games, duh. Not having their media use monitored by parents, duh. Having a tendency to think that other people's actions are motivated by hostility, duh. Being the victim of bullying or physical abuse, which is what's going on with these 2 that discovered how to, start a fire with a tampon. Having a history of past physical fights and being male. Well, come on, man. That's kind of a sexist thing to say at the end. I remember a lot of girls trying to beat me up at school. And it goes on to say, most past research focused on just one or a few risk factors. This study was among the first to look at how all these pieces of the puzzle fit together. And then I guess under this next headline underneath this says, stopping bullying before it starts. And I guess here's the behavior traits and some of the things that I guess they suggest that we need to do to spell out to our kids as parents. Clearly spell out what the problem behavior is. Yeah, you beat that fucking ass. Calmly tell your child that it won't be tolerated. What do you mean calmly? If my kid is running around slapping his dick on girls and backhanded dudes, I'm going to beat the fuck out of him in front of the school, in front of the teachers, in front of the kids, out there on the playground, and I'm going to stalk his little ass like an apparition attracted to a necklace that you got around your neck that's been passed down for 300 years. Have your child make amends, for example, by writing an apology letter or volunteering to help others. Having your child make amends. There's an easier solution than just having your child do that, because 9 times out of 10 your child is not going to write an apology letter or offer to help that kid out if they sitting around bullying motherfuckers. Whoop that ass. I'm still on my point number 1. They got these 6 factors. I got 1 factor. Beat some ass to the white meat. Look for underlying causes. For example, if your child is also a victim of trying to fit in, don't worry about fitting in, motherfucker. You wear what I get you. You eat what I give you, and you shut the fuck up or you getting that ass beat. Still on point number 1. The last one, offer a positive alternative, for example, by signing up your child for a sports team or after-school club. First of all, I'll go ahead and add a second point to my only 1 point of beating that ass. Parents, beat your fucking kids. Shut the fuck up with this, well, I don't want to coddle them and stuff like that. Well, yeah, don't coddle your kid. Beat that kid's ass. And yes, have your kids something to do. Martial arts training. kids get into martial arts training. It's great. It's great for kids to do, because when kids get in there and they think they little badasses and they get to start training with kids around that age that can whoop that ass, you want to talk about humility. That shit does work, and it does work for adults as well. I'm one of those big advocates of believing that everybody should have some sort of physical training or discipline in their lives, because it helps structure you. It helps you get your shit together. It helps you focus. It helps you maintain your own health, strength, and attitude. So you know what? Have your kids something to do, and if your kids don't have nothing to do, expect them to be serial killers in the making. And if you know one of your children is a serial killer in the making by sitting there playing Call of Duty 3 hours every night after he gets out of school, beat his fucking ass and make him wash some dishes. There's nothing wrong with that. Beat these kids so that we can have a better society in the world today. And the problem is also, a lot of y'all motherfuckers have kids too young. I'm also guilty of that. And you know what? Half of us aren't even grown up or even have our shit together by the time we have 2, 3 kids under our belt. So expect them to be fuck-ups if we ain't trying to improve on ourselves. And I just read an interesting study a while back about, actually, your kids are better off if you are older in life and decide to have kids while you're in your later years in your life. And I guess it's better health benefits, and your kids do live longer. And I'm sure by the time you're 50, you have your shit right, and you know what the fuck you're doing with yourself. So you'll know how to handle children. For us that are younger and have younger kids, we got some serious ass beatings to hand out in the world. So let's do it, motherfuckers. Let's beat these kids, beat the neighbor's kids, punch an eye out, bloody a nose. Hell, get a toe stuck up an ass. Fuck that. Beat these kids. Speaking of which, I got some kids acting up in the background, so I'm going to go ahead and take a brief break, get my piss on, handle my business real quick, and I'll be right back after these messages and a word from no sponsors.
Hey, yo, this that throw on your Columbia, put on your Jabos, lace up your Tim shit. This is for all Land Cruisers, for MPVs only.
Word up.
Classic.
She my best friend, stays by my side. When I drive, she shotgun in my ride. She was there when I was broke. Me and her going half on a bag of smoke. It was bad, I hope we don't ever go back to that. Damn, she fly, got the boots with the matching hat. She ain't gotta spend a dime, I get whatever she need. She told me she never met a man better than me. And I don't mean in bed, cause that ain't how we rock. Me and her just cool, don't wanna ruin what we got. When we walk down the block, you can holler, I don't hate. Homie, I do me and my homegirl dates. Sometimes I'm worried when she out real late, but she calls me and lets me know everything's great. We just tight like that. One day she said she rhymes, so I put her on a track. Who you calling a hoe? P-U-S-S-Y. P-U-S-S-Y for the community.
Mike Heron. Dennis, what's up?
Alright, nipple lickers, I'm back. And I'm pulling up Twitter right now, and I'm going into one of my favorite followers. And it's Uberfacts. And if you guys don't know about Uberfacts, go on Twitter.com, request me first, and then you can look in my following list, and you can look up Uberfacts. And I love some of the shit that the Uberfacts, that the people be putting out there, man. Some of the shit is hilarious. One of the ones I'm reading right now says, curse words emotionally affect the listeners more than regular words, causing them to better remember what you said. Why do you think I fucking cuss so much on this podcast? Because you're going to fucking remember every fucking thing I fucking say. You got it? I'm just playing. But that's kind of true, man. A lot of people, there's more persuasive language, I guess, of speech, and there's some kind of cognitive enhancing skill when it comes to the curse words. I love curse words. Lady N loves curse words more than I do. She curses worse than a sailor. A whole ship of them. And I love it. Now, here's an incredibly retarded one. This one is so fucking stupid. This one says, a 19-year-old British guy changed his name to Captain Fantastic Faster than Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine. Are you fucking serious? And this kid hasn't killed anybody yet? Look, this is going back to what I was saying a few minutes ago on this episode. How the hell? He changed his name legally to Captain Fantastic Faster than Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine. Oh, good God almighty, planet Earth. Third rock from the incinerating demise of what we need to fly into. You allow your kids to do some stupid shit like this? I don't care if my son is 35 and he wants to change his name to Hennessy, Cognac, Tanqueray, I love weed and bitches. That shit ain't happening. You ain't embarrassing me with a stupid name like that, you Marvel-head motherfucker. Are you kidding me? Check this one out. In 2005, a psychologist and an economist... Check this one out. In 2005, a psychologist and an economist taught a group of monkeys the concept of money. Soon, the monkeys began engaging in prostitution. Now that's fucking hilarious. Money is the root of all evil, motherfuckers. You know what? Some of the happiest people in the world are the brokest motherfuckers, and there's a reason for that. That pressure of money ain't there. Oh, man. You got monkeys sitting around prostituting after getting the grasp of the concept of money. Next thing you know, there's going to be Planet of the Apes. These motherfuckers going to sit around shooting craps, playing poker. They're going to be on ESPN, you know, shooting pool. They're going to be betting and gambling and shit. They got it going on. Hey, monkeys are supposedly our cousins, which I think is bullshit. But, hey, I can see a monkey with a cigar hanging out the side of his mouth. You know, sitting there handing out poker chips with a little visor with the green tint through it. You know, that little clear green plastic tint through it. You know, handing me out some poker chips and, you know, asking me what my bets are. I can see that happening. I can see that happening, especially after December this year. Here's another interesting fact that I want to salute. I want to give all the props in the world to. Now, I'm sorry for the victims of this, but if you're going to go out, this is the fucking way to do it. In 1814, a 100,000-gallon flood of beer killed 9 people in London. Hey, hold on for a second. That's fucking badass. I would go out in a minute. If I had my choice of drowning or by fire, I would say drown me in Budweiser and Jägermeister. That's the way I want to go. Lady N already knows about this. I want to be cremated and have my ashes put in a Jaeger bottle. So I'm going to let that go ahead stand forever in time and space. That's what I want. That is a fucking cool-ass way to die. You drown in beer, at least you drown in drunk. You ain't going to remember nothing. That's fucking badass. Even your soul is drunk. That's fucking cool, man. That's awesome, dude. Hey, next time we have a big beer party and we have a bunch of kegs around, I want to have a big funnel in a tube just lodged into my fucking throat if I know I only have 2 weeks to live, and that's the way I want to go out, motherfuckers. You just keep fucking keeping that tag tapped and running. Man, that's a badass way to go out. Now, this one I'm ready to go back to school for. Check this shit out. At Hong Kong Polytechnic University, you could receive a bachelor's degree. Check this out. A bachelor's degree in bra studies under intimate apparel. Hell yeah, where do I sign the dotted line? I'll even ride in the cargo hold of a ship to even get that bachelor's degree. Say I'm a doctor of fucking bras. Hey, let me check that out. Let me see what's going on underneath that shirt there. I have a bachelor's degree. Check out this shit. Yeah, I got a Nobel Peace Prize too. Oh, hell yeah. Let me see what's going on. Ew. Ew, those look like milk duds, honey. You're going to have to work on something different. No, that push-up bra is not for you. No. Hello? No. Hell yeah, I want to go over there and get me a bachelor's degree in that shit. Who's with me? Who's with me? Hit me up on Facebook, Cypha Omni. Go into the comedy podcast group. Let's sign a petition, and we can all get that fucking study brought over to the United States so we can all have a bachelor's degree in intimate apparel under bra studies. We also going to get thongs and everything else, too, included, but we got to start somewhere. And since we're on that subject, here's a real cool one that I think is pretty interesting. A condition called polymastia can cause a woman to develop a third breast. Hell, men, we can never get enough breasts on our women. Hell, add another one. I'd love it. Total Recall all over again. And since we're on the subject of boobs, let's keep this shit rolling. Check this one out, guys. For men, staring at a woman's breast can increase heart health. So guess what, ladies? Men are going to stare. Wear them V-cuts. Hell, have them popping out your halter tops. That makes our hearts feel a lot better. And women at home, walk around naked. We need that in our lives. You want your man to be around for a while, unless you don't like the dude no more and you're hoping he'll die an early death? Wear a turtleneck, even in the summertime. That'll take care of business. And here's a sad fact. More than 11,000 Americans injure themselves during sex every year. That's what the fuck y'all get for messing with them apparatuses from Japan and having all these vibrators and dildos and fucking swing sets and all this bullshit. Y'all need to just go ahead and take care of your woman's monkey if it's shaved, of course. Take care of that monkey, beat that monkey up, and she ain't gonna have a need for all that other shit. So fellas, step your game up. And since I'm alluding back to that, here's another fact. Intelligence researcher David Levy predicts that human-robot marriages will be legal by the year 2050. If you get to a desperate point in your life where you have to plug in your spouse into your USB port to make them the perfect person that you want them to be, then you just don't have a reason to even be here anymore. You gonna marry a fucking robot in 2050? I'll be dead by 2050. Thank God I won't have to see that stupid shit. But if you gonna marry a robot, man, you should just program that robot into fucking Terminator and just have him beat the fuck out of you till you're lifeless. That's fucking dumb-ass shit. And then you go have to turn around and worry about if your girl's cheating on you with the robot. I've already talked about this before. I will sleep with a cup of water next to me in bed, and I will dump it all over that motherfucker. I sure will, and I'll make sure she's attached to it so she can get electrocuted and go out with that motherfucker. What you gonna do, have robot babies and robot kids? And then these motherfuckers are going to be mutants. And oh, man. We asking for a lot of trouble. We worried about zombies when, turn around by 2050, we're supposedly be able to marry a robot. Hell, in certain parts of the world, you can marry animals, so I don't see why not, I guess. But count me out. Let me get hit and destroyed by a fucking meteor before then, because I don't want to see that shit. Now, to all my fellow country music lovers, all you motherfucker humdingers out there listening to this shit down yonder doing whatever, I ain't knocking against country, but this last one, I'll read this one. It says, social psychologists have found that the more a city's radio station plays country music, the higher the suicide rate becomes. Now, duh, that's the fucking truth. Everything in country is fucking depressing. These motherfuckers is even trying to rap. Since when the country guys try to start rapping, country performers start rapping, try to talk about this and that and fat asses and stuff? Don't know cowgirl got a fat ass. They got big meaty thighs because they ride them horses, and that's it. And they got that cute little country taste they saying they get to say and they can't understand what the song is saying. You know what I'm saying, baby? That's all you pretty much hear is the last few words of their sentences. Country music is terrible. Hell, I'd rather listen to death metal sometimes than that shit, because it will make your ass want to jump off of the top of the highest edifice and go straight head swan dive first into the strongest slab of concrete there is known to man. It does make you want to do that. Sorry, my country listeners, but y'all can keep that shit. But to now switch gears a little bit, I came across a disturbing article. And this whole Joker epidemic might start to get a little out of hand. This shit's taking place in Maryland. It says Maryland police thwarted a violent episode by a man who called himself a Joker in an apparent reference to last week's Colorado movie theater massacre and threatened to use an arsenal of firearms against his former co-workers, police said Friday. Sorry, I got interrupted by children once again. The announcement by Prince George's County Police came a week after a man wearing a full body armor and toting 3 guns opened fire on a midnight screening of the latest Batman film in Aurora, Colorado, killing 12 people and wounding 58 others. Neil Edwin Prescott of Crofton, Maryland, was taken into custody on Friday morning after a pre-dawn search of his home found a pack of 16 guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition. That's fucking crazy. Prescott has not been arrested, but is being held under emergency petition, McGall told a news conference on Friday. He is in the Anne Arundel Medical Center in Annapolis undergoing a court-ordered mental evaluation. We can't measure what was prevented here, McGall said. An employee at Prescott's former workplace, software and mailroom supplier Pitney Bowes, Inc., in Capitol Heights, Maryland, called police on Monday to report a phone call from Prescott. In that call, Prescott threatened the worker's life and the lives of other employees, McGall said. Prescott had been previously terminated from his job in an unrelated incident. And in quotations it said, "I am a joker. I'm going to load my guns and blow everybody up," Prescott is alleged to have told his former co-worker, according to a search warrant issued to county police. So here's my quick take on it. Don't trust anybody with red or green hair right now. If you see a motherfucker walking through the mall, the grocery store, whatever, take something out and stab them in the back of the head immediately. Immediately get rid of the possible situation. Heath Ledger's ghost needs to quit running around and infecting people with wanting to kill themselves. He went crazy playing the Joker. Hell, Jack Nicholson didn't, but Heath Ledger went crazy playing the Joker, and so his spirit is running around having everybody else act crazy and go crazy being the Joker. So any Joker character that you see walking around, immediately sweep them off their feet and stomp their jaw into the earth. Just do it. I will be. But all silliness aside, we got to be completely aware of shit like this. Shit is getting too out of hand and spinning way out of control. Let's take control of the situation. Let's be aware of things around us, because there are that many weirdos out there in the world. I'm getting ready to make sure Lady N gets her concealed carry and all kind of other shit. I ain't fucking around, and I ain't fucking around with nobody else's bullshit. So protect your families. Do what you got to do. Get you some martial arts training. Get you some weapons training. Do something, because if you want to be walking around naive thinking it can't happen to me, that's usually who it happens to. But this next article I want to touch on is actually pretty interesting, and you know it's a white dude involved. Skydiver Fearless Felix Baumgartner has done it again. On Wednesday, Baumgartner took another stratospheric leap, this time from an altitude of more than... On Wednesday, Baumgartner took another stratospheric leap, this time from an altitude of more than 18 miles, an estimated 96,640 feet, nearly 3 times higher than cruising jetliners. He landed safely near, ironically, Roswell, New Mexico. His top speed was an estimated 536 miles per hour. That's fucking insane. It's the second test jump for Baumgartner from such extreme heights in a personal best. He's aiming for a record-breaking jump from 125,000 feet or 23 miles in another month. He hopes to go supersonic, then breaking the speed of sound with just his body. The only thing that I can conclude from this article is the fact that, dude, if you don't want to live anymore, if you hate your ex-wife, if you hate your current wife, if you can't stand your kids, you can think of better things to do than to jump from outer space. This is fucking crazy. What is this exactly doing? Is this improving? Is this promoting world peace? Is it giving everybody better health care? What's the point? What's the problem? Something's going on with this dude. Come on, Baumgartner. If you want to jump from something, help motherfuckers jump bail that don't need to be in jail. Do something like that. You want to jump from outer space? And what's the point of doing this? I don't understand it. And here's a funny paragraph if you continue to go on reading further down into this. It says, NASA is paying close attention to this Red Bull-funded project dubbed Stratus, short for Stratosphere. The space agency wants to learn all it can about potential escape systems for future rocket ships. You want to learn this shit from Red Bull enthusiasts who create these stupid planes that never fly off the end of a dock and just crash as nosedive first into the ocean? Baumgartner won't come close to space, even on the ultimate jump that's planned for late August or early September. Space officially begins at 100 kilometers or 62 miles, more than 328,000 feet above the Earth's surface. Dude, just drink Red Bull. Go back to your job. Go back to your miserable life at home with your probably pimply, big, infested-looking wife and badass kids that has no future in nothing. But since we're getting close to the end of this episode, and I'm already giggling because I just came across one more article I'm going to go ahead and touch on. In this one it says, man hides cash in oven. Wait for it. Cash gets baked by accident. One man probably has learned a costly lesson about where he hides his cash. The unidentified father from Sydney, Australia, sold his car last weekend. The $15,000 in proceeds was earned for his mortgage payment and other bills, according to Australia media. Opting not to squirrel away the loot in a mattress or bury it in his backyard, he decided to hide it in his oven, which rarely gets used. Well, that lets you know you got a sorry-ass wife. Bad move. Turns out his wife decided to use the oven that day, preheating it for chicken nuggets for their 2 children and, yes, cooked the cash. It was everything I had, he told the news station. I've got nothing to my name. That money was supposed to go towards my mortgage. His wife was eagerly distraught and reportedly could not stop crying when telling her husband after she discovered what happened the cash was baked into a colorful, burnt mess. The man reached out to his lender in the Reserve Bank of Australia for help. If you're going to hide anything that's got any kind of paper properties or material to it, why the fuck would you hide it in one of the places that would get rid of it immediately, such as an oven? Now, I understand that your wife might not cook. She probably don't clean either. But the kids was hungry and there wasn't no money left in the house because you had to do what you had to do, so she went and got that fucking banquet chicken-ass nuggets, stuck it in the oven, and there you have it. The rest of your life savings, gone. I don't know where some of y'all heads end up so far up your own asses to think hiding cash in an oven was a good idea? You were better off burying it in the backyard or hiding it in a mattress, a sock drawer. I don't care where the fuck, hide it in the floorboard, something. But you put it in the oven, not thinking that just out of the kindness of your sorry-ass wife's heart that she might cook that day. And guess what she did? And guess what? Y'all fucked. I don't understand why y'all think a lot of these ideas I come across that I read are good ideas. Oh, man, that's gotta suck. Golly, it's bad enough to be broke, but to watch your shit go up in smoke. I hope those chicken nuggets was the best chicken nuggets you ever had, because those chicken nuggets cost your ass $15,000. So now to go ahead and come to the conclusion of this episode, thank you for listening to me ramble on once again about absolutely nothing with no points being made. For all you rap fans and my rap heads out there that's looking forward to this URL Summer Madness 2 coming in August, the man that I'm rolling with through this whole thing, I'm about to play a clip from. And this is all battle raps for all you people that are listening right now that are not familiar with it. It's called the Ultimate Rap League. And these guys basically freestyle off the top of their heads and make fun of each other for money to be crowned the best lyricist. So I'm going to play a clip of one of my favorite battlers when he was battling X Factor. And this guy's name is Charlie Clips. Check him out.
Hold on. Arsenal and shotgun will probably knock you the fuck out, right? So I don't want to hear how you grip the Glock. You bird-ass nigga. Since you a chicken, I'd rather kill you using a chicken spot. Now you better roll if you don't pay me. I throw that Idaho on that 380. Them shots sting, send you to heaven with hot wings. Cause I mashed potatoes for the gravy. Refilling on your chicken breast, but you in love with that old whore. And you be snacking on her box, but you don't know she a cold sore. And I'm you ain't nothing but an old chicken that snacked doing some new grease. Some new beats that come with that biscuit. I'm like the two-piece. If I catch you in your drop, I throw that biscuit to your top. You get your memory five. Since you riding like John F., it's only right I get Kennedy fried. You mentioning me in your blogs and your battles. It's like you can't go a day without me. So I called Miss Cleo, and she told me everything you plan to say about me. He gonna be like, I blame Blau again and soak him up like ShamWow again and make him suffer. How you plan to get a deal, you fat motherfucker? You want Sam and Pink against A.D.? But I'm still good in the gutter. See, I'm a hustler, so I wore salmon to let you know I was good with the butter.
Ooh-wee, that's going to be a tough battle. My boy Charlie Clips, and he's going up against this legendary battler, for some of y'all that's familiar with this rap league, Serious Jones. And here's one of his highlights when he was battling the Asian homeboy Jen. Check this shit out.
This nigga running out of bad luck or what? I don't even know this little dude, but you just told me you fuck him up. Yo, now I done seen on your face more than me, but you far from a star. And them Korean cars go forever long as you gas them up, but your heart ain't a car. See, I done heard he killed shells and burst. I was like, who? Cause you see what happened to them, they all flopped, just like you. See, you was in the game for nothing. That's cause you lame, you friend. You better call up Riddler and try to join the Wu-Tang or something. Talk about your rough rider. Man, you ain't no hold up. That's the cops, that's the cops, that's the cops. Hold up. Hold on. I said, yo, you ain't a rough rider. You on the back of the bike, hugging on like one of them bros. And DMX tried to kill him. You know why? He caught him trying to cook one of his dogs.
Damn, man, that's going to be a hot battle. So some of y'all that aren't familiar with it, go on YouTube, type in URL TV, and you can check out a lot of different battles. What they got going on is the Summer Madness 2 going on in New York in August. And it's going to be, the lineup is DNA, which is another young cat that I really like. He's 20 years old. Check him out. DNA versus E-Ness, and everybody knows E-Ness from Making the Band with Puffy, the infamous Walking for Cheesecake and all that shit. You also got the legend Loaded Lux versus Calico, the legend Murder Mook versus Iron Solomon. That battle's going to be fucking crazy right there. Charlie Clips versus Sirius Jones, and A-Verb versus T-Rex. This is a Return of the Legends. Basically, it's the old school battlers versus the new school battlers. I wish I could be there, but my sister's going to be there. She's going to be behind the scenes holding it down, so hopefully we get some inside information to get her on an episode coming up pretty soon to talk about what went down before they start posting those battles up. Battle rap is not all that everybody that doesn't have a clue what it is really what you think it is. It's not all this violence, this, that, and the other. Basically, it's like, you know, watching people slam each other, you know, comedically and stuff like that. They're just rhyming their words. And it's really entertaining. It's a lot of fun. There's no violence involved. It's just, you know, brothers having fun. And Iron Solomon ain't a brother. He's a white dude, and he's one of the coldest battlers out there. I'm telling you what, right now, Eminem ain't got nothing on this cat. All right, so everybody quit thinking Eminem is the best battler out there, because he ain't. He knows how to destroy people, don't get me wrong, not knocking him, but there's a lot of guys out here that'll slay you off the top. You can also check out KOTD and Poison Pen. Those are also some battle rap leagues on the internet, and there's also some plans in the future that I got going on for us cats here in the Midwest to also be involved. So stay tuned to me, fellas, and ladies alike, because there's some other big moves that I'm working and pushing towards. All right, so thank you for checking me out once again on the Cypha Omni Comedy Podcast. I'm sorry to not have this one as long as I normally have them. Hopefully this is enough rambling and bullshit for you. The kids keep bugging me to death, so I got to go and take care of business with that. Y'all know how that goes. Please check me out on Facebook at Cypha Omni. If you're going to request me, let me know in the note that you listen to the podcast, and I'll add you to the podcast group. Otherwise, you're not getting accepted. You can also just join up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter at Cypha Omni Podcast, at Cypha Omni. Hit me up on Twitter, and be sure to download the free app Stitcher Radio. You can listen to all the big names in comedy, sports, whatever your liking is. This is the platform. It's the next biggest thing next to iTunes. If you don't know about Stitcher by now, you need to go ahead and grab that. So be sure to join Stitcher. Look up Cypha Omni's podcast. You'll see me right there, and you can check out some of the previous episodes I got up there. It's a big move, so continue to support me, help me do my thing. I'm also still looking for some more sponsoring. If you guys have anything you want to promote business-wise or band-wise or whatever the fuck you're doing, you might be out there humping chimpanzees in the butt. I don't know what the fuck people do. You know how I get. So whatever you out there doing, whatever you want promoted, just hit me up. You know, I do this for free. I enjoy doing this. It's still going to be some blocks in time where, you know, episodes are going to be hard to come by for a little bit. Things are just, you know how life shifts and things change. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for continuing to support me. The next episode I do plan on doing, once again, is my vanilla delectable lady N, and I'm sure we're going to have a whole lot of shit to talk about because a lot of people do enjoy when me and her do our episodes together. That's my baby. I love you to death. I also want to send shouts out to my man Corey Young C. Rolfe, doing his thing with Commission Entertainment. Be sure to hit him up if you need studio time, flyers, photography, whatever you need musically, beats, recording sessions, whether you're a band, solo artist, whatever genre of music, hit him up at 316-841-6436, or get a hold of me and I'll let you know how to get a hold of him, and we might be able to work out a little situation. Also want to send a shout out to DJ T-Rock. He's doing his thing. He's getting ready to go on tour here pretty quick with Commission Entertainment. We are making big moves. Shout out to him, and also shout out to my man Bloody Hands. He has a mixtape coming out within the next week or so. I'll be sure to post some links up, and it's featuring me once again on 3 joints on this album, and it's called Mechanism. He wrote all the rhymes in 1 week and recorded every song in 1 day. This brother's an animal, so you're definitely going to want to have that mixtape in your life as well. If I'm forgetting anybody, please forgive me. You know I love everybody. I love all my friends, my acquaintances, my associates. I love all you guys. Continue to do your things out there, and I'll see you guys next time on the flip side, motherfuckers. Take care of yourselves. Peace.